this. I'm here with the guest of honor, Roger Berkowitz from Legal Seafood. Thank you so much.
I'll get you a free drink.
Hey, I'll take whatever I can get. Thank you so much for having us.
No, my pleasure.
This is a really, really nice location. We're on the Seaport district here, and
Yes.
you opened this place about a year ago, right?
Yes, just over a year, yes.
If my timing is right, that was right in the middle of the worst recession we've had in decades.
Look, restaurateurs can never be accused of being overly smart. I mean, we just sort of open when we feel like opening. We never necessarily pay attention to what's going on in the recession. Actually, what happened was that I had this deal signed pre-recession.
Oh, okay.
And so it was, just sort of green light and just hoping that by the time we opened, enough of the recession would be over so that it would be okay. But you really never know in the restaurant business.
Well, let me ask you about the industry itself, and maybe you can speak from a 10,000-foot perspective. How is it in Boston? Like, how is the, the restaurant industry doing? Are they doing okay? I mean, what are the challenges?
Yeah, I mean, the Northeast in particular is doing pretty well versus the rest of the country. There seems to be, the high tech is here, the hospitals are here, the universities are here, so that gives it a little bit of security from an infrastructure standpoint. In terms of the restaurant industry itself, it's doing pretty well. I mean, this is sort of a time where it's really survival of the fittest. A number of restaurants have opened up, and it's not like the number of people that can afford to eat out have all of a sudden mushroomed.
Right.
So it's really those that can change their model and be as exciting and interesting as possible are going to pick up market share. My sense is that there will probably be a shakeout, as there typically is during these cycles, in the course of the next year or so, and then it'll settle down to the right amount of seats. Right now, I might say there might be a little bit too many seats for the economy.
Now, we're here in the Seaport area, which if you haven't seen this downtown area, you're missing out. It is an absolute gem, and the amount of times that I come down, I'm always really impressed and disappointed in myself that I don't come down here more often.
Well, you don't be disappointed, because what happened is this area was sort of fallen for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, you went back, it was the fish pier, there were broken railroad tracks. I mean, also, if you were downtown, it was very, very difficult to get here. I mean, if you were just in the financial district and you hit coming here at the wrong time, it could take you 45 minutes. There was one bridge that was in disrepair much of the time. And so people just, learned to avoid this area. And what happened was, when the Third Harbor Tunnel came in and sort of connected everything, it was a breeze, but it took people a while to realize it was much easier to get here.
Well, I think, looking around, I'm wondering just how many people are actually from Boston, or these are all business people in for conventions and the hotels?
It was interesting. When we first opened, I was running in, like the first week or so, I was running into so many people from Springfield and Worcester. And I said, is there a convention of Springfield and Worcester here? And they said, no, but we always avoided this area, to your point.
Yep.
And now with the Third Harbor Tunnel and 990 going straight through here, it opened up for us to visit. So I think, what we've seen the first year is really, and I'm happy about it, a disproportionate number of people from the greater Boston, Massachusetts area that are sort of rediscovering this. Certainly you're going to have, a certain amount of conventioneers coming, given the fact that one of the largest convention centers in the country is here. So you're going to have some people from out of town here, but I'm excited to see a lot of natives here.
Well, also, too, it doesn't hurt that you have a world-class concert venue right next door. People are coming in. And
we love it. We love having Live Nation right next to us. And, it's part of the infrastructure that balances it. There's not too many hotels. In fact, we could use more, I'm sure. But there aren't too many apartment buildings or condos or restaurants at this point. And having an entertainment venue kind of balances it out. It gives it a nice reason for being down here.
Well, you must be doing something right, because a couple of weeks back, it was a nice day. I think it was Wednesday, and I came in for lunch, and they asked me if I had a reservation, and you were completely booked up. I mean, you couldn't even get a table here for lunch.
Well, there's something about fish on the water and a nice day.
I don't think you can beat that. So last thing, this is the one question I'm going to ask, a personal question. I'm turning 40 this summer, and I think
no
I told
sympathy
you,
from me.
Okay, and I'm having a big clam bake, and I saw a demonstration instruction instructional video you did on
Yes.
clam bakes. What's the most important tip that I can implement into my big day here? 'Cause
Okay,
I only do this once.
Well, having done a clam bake out on the beach, and,
Yep.
and I think there was a clam bake show that we did a number of years ago, and it was a very hot and humid day.
Yep.
And literally, we had 14 people out preparing this. 7 people collapsed of heat exhaustion. So I would think the best thing you could do
Yeah.
is either go to a restaurant and celebrate, or if you're going to do it at home, one of the easiest ways of cooking lobsters at home,
Yeah.
believe it or not, is either on the grill or in the microwave.
Well, I think my wife at home who's planning my party, you're hearing this straight from the expert. Just get Legal Seafood Catering involved, and I think we'll be, easy. Do you have,
All right,
you have
I'm
stuff
okay
like
with
that?
that.
Okay, perfect. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out. I know it's going to be hustle and bustle here from this point forward, moving into the summer. You're not
hope
going
so.
to get much rest.
Oh, thanks, Chuck.
Thanks,
I appreciate
Roger
it.
Berkowitz, Legal Seafood.